some sets on data interpretation for Maharashtra CET. Okay, so now we have, you know that the Maharashtra city notification is already out, right? And you must be preparing for this examination. So to assist you in your preparation, we are coming with these sessions, right? So you are requested to please share these sessions with your fellow aspirants so that they also get to prepare for this examination. So you must be in your last leg of preparation, right? Because you knew that examination is going to be conducted, so you must have, you got extra time, so you should have taken benefit out of it. And in this last probably 1.5 month, whatever time is left, right, you should try to maximize your preparation and as much as you can revise. So this is one such good source you can rely on for your preparation, right? And since you know that I have been appearing for all these examinations, right, and even have scored heavily in these examinations, so uh, I could tell you about these examinations, what type of questions are asked, and give you the relevant practice for these exams. Okay. All right. So today also we are going to do some sets on data interpretation. Okay. So we have launched one crash course for this examination. So if you are preparing for it and want to prepare through a course, you can just uh, you can just enroll with it, right? And these are the different courses that we have running in our platform right now. Okay. All right. So let us start with this, the first set. It has two bar graphs. The first bar graph shows the total production of 6 different companies, right? This is showing you the production, and this shows you the percentage of unsold products. Okay. And you have to answer questions based on that. Okay, so let us begin with this uh, set, right? So good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Mrunal. Welcome to the session. Okay, so this is the first set that we are going to do, a bar graph, right? Bar graph is tested. It is one of the graphs, and you have two graphs to read data from and answer question. So sometimes you get double graphs also, right? So you get two graphs and you have to answer based on those. Okay, so the question is, the total production of P and U is how much more or less than the total production of companies R and T? Very easy, you just have to read the left graph and answer. So that very easy question, right? So it talks about the total production. So difference in the total production. So total production of P and U. So P, the total production is 4400, right? And U, the total production is, this is sorry, this is, no, not 42, 40, 44, not 42, because every line is of 100, right? So this is 18. So 42 plus 18, 60, and R and T. R is your 12 and T is 10, right? That is 22. So the difference is 3800. Okay, simple one. Which company has the highest number of unsold products? Which company has the highest number of unsold products? So how will we calculate the number of unsold products? We are given the number of products that were produced and what percentage of them went unsold. Okay, so basically you have to multiply the values and get the answer. So whenever you have to calculate for these four, so first thing that you should do is, right, do not calculate for all of them, right? Some people have the habit, they calculate everything and then answer the question, right? So do not calculate everything, right? So let us calculate for only these four: P, Q, S and U. Okay, now P, although the production is high but the production unsold is less, right? And if you see for Q, the unsold is slightly higher, right? And then S and U. S the production is higher, and so you check for P, S, because Q will definitely be less than S, because see this, Q, the production is less than S, the unsold is also less than S. So Q will be definitely less than S. And U, the production is quite less. Okay, so let us check for these and match. So P is 4200, okay, and 10% unsold. So P is 420 unsold, okay. S, if you say, it is how much? 3200 and 15% unsold. 32 into 15%, you will get 480. Okay. U is 1800, right? 1800 and 25%. That is 450, right? So Q has the highest, sorry, S has the highest number of unsold products. We did not calculate for Q because, right? We did not calculate because it was, I mean, evident that Q has less percentage and less unsold also. Okay. So unsold, this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. So you have to read from these graphs, right? So it is 18%, right? It looks more than half. It is 20, this is 25, this is 15, this is 12, right? 10 somewhat above 10. Okay, next question. Find the ratio of the sold products of companies P and T together to the sold products of companies Q and S together. So you have to find the number of sold products of these four companies, add for 2 and 2 and get the result. Okay. So sold products of company P and T. Okay, so now we know this. This is 4200, right? P is 90% sold, so 10% unsold, so 90% sold. 42 into 90, you will get 3780. This is for P. For T, you will get, T is 1000, right? And 1000, it is 20% sold, 80% unsold, right? So 800. So you will get 4580, right? Now, see, one thing that you can see is by seeing options also, right? So by seeing options, you will say that 4580, 229, double of this. So I think this could be the possible answer, right? 229 ratio. Now there are two options. So we will have to calculate for this also. Q and S. So Q, how much it is? 3000, and that is 88% is sold. So 3000, 30 into 88, you will get 2640. Okay, for Q. And S. S is how much? 3200, right? And S is 85% unsold. Okay, so you will get 85 into 32, that will be 17 into 16, 2720, 5360, right? So when you take the ratio, you should get answer as option D. Did anyone get these values? Got these values? 4580 and 5360. So calculation based. So these are the type of calculations you can expect in the examination. Some basic calculations using percentages, right? Multiplication by some values and so on, right? So not very like you will not get some approximate calculation or those kind of thing. You will be given some round off numbers and then do the calculations. Okay, so this is how you get the answer to this question. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next question and see what it says. It says that total revenue of companies Q and S is 1,344,000 and the ratio of cost of product sold by them is 2:3. Okay, find the revenue of company Q. Now this is a difficult question, right? So first of all, I'll give you what you have to do. You have to find the so you are given that from this graph you can find the number of from the two graphs you can find the number of products of Q and S sold, right? And then the cost is in the ratio 2:3, right? So the cost of product S is more. So then you equate to find the using the total revenue you can find out that how much is the revenue of these two companies. Okay, so try this one. Now, these are some difficult level ones that you can expect in the examination that are time consuming questions, right? So you will have to decide whether if you are quick at calculations, then you should go ahead with these type of questions. If you feel you are slow with calculations, then you should try some other questions in the examination. Okay. So it depends on person to person, right? Some person might be very quick at calculations, can solve these questions easily. Okay. So again, it depends on the set, right? So if it is an easy set, you can solve it within 5 minutes also, right? So this is a calculation intensive one. It might take you 8 to 10 minutes also, right? Okay, so let us see this question. How do we do this? So first of all, let us find the number of sold products. So in the previous question we had attempted, right? So remember, whenever you solve DI and LR sets, if you have done in something in previous question, make note of those things because so that you do not calculate again and again, right? In the previous question we had calculated for Q and S, right? So we calculated that Q is 2640 and S is 2720, right? This was for Q, this was for S. So no need to calculate again. So Q is 2640 and S is 2720, right? So their cost is 2:3. Suppose the cost is 2x and for it the cost is 3x, right? So what will be the revenue? 5280x and the revenue will be 8160x. So total revenue will be, now you see this, right? So it becomes easy, 1344x, that is equal to this, right? So x we will get as 100, right? So what is the revenue for this? 528 and 3 zeros. So that is your answer. Okay, so we had calculated the data in the previous question, which helped us in this question. Okay, so whenever you do some calculation, make note of it, but do not calculate everything, right? For every product, do not calculate how much is sold and unsold. Some people have the habit of making the entire table. Not necessary. Okay, it is not required to make the entire table because only some values are asked. Now they did not ask about how many are unsold in R. They did not ask how many unsold in U. So not needed. So whatever is asked in the questions, just calculate those values. Okay. All right. So now let's move on to the next set. Okay. It says there are 5 sports and they are included in a sports competition, and each person plays exactly one sport and total number of players is given to you, and men and women players is also given to you, right? And then you have certain like sport wise distribution. They have given that how many people play what sport and the percentage or ratio distribution. So according to that you have to calculate that which sport is played by how many people and so on, right? So let's solve this. So in this question you will have to make a table. So whenever you get such kind of caselet whereas some passage is given, so in that case you will have to create a table because you will fill all that data, right? You cannot get data directly from table or graph, right? So you will have to create one table using the statements and count the values. How do we read a square chart? What is a square chart? How does a square chart look like? I'm not getting a square chart. Are you talking about radar chart? There is one radar chart that is there. Square chart I have not heard of. So what we will do, we'll draw a table like this, right? Sport wise, we'll find the number of male and female players, right? Okay. So sports are hockey, cricket, tennis, badminton, and baseball. If needed, we'll calculate the total also. Okay. So men and women players is 3:1. So 600 men and 200 women players. Okay. All right. So Vedant, if you have that query, you can mail me that question, right? So I'll respond to you because right now I cannot get, right. So you can mail that question to me, okay? Or you can join my Telegram channel also, right? I have a Telegram channel called aptitude, right? So search aptitude, right? You can post in that channel. I'll uh, respond to that. Okay. All right. So this is what we have. Okay. So 25% of the total players play cricket. 25% of total means 800 the total is. So 25% means 200 players, right? So 200 players play cricket. Okay. 110 players play badminton and 10% play tennis. Okay. 110 play badminton and 10%, that is 80 play tennis. Okay. Hockey players are two times that of badminton players. Okay. Badminton is 110, so hockey players will be 220. Okay, so you can find 420, 500, 610. This will be 190. Okay, so this will be 190. Okay, now what we have to calculate is 30% cricket players are women. So 30% of this, that is 60 women. So this will mean 140 will be men. Okay, so in these passage based questions, read line by line and keep filling the data. Okay, keep filling the data. All right, so let's read it. It says that has anyone filled the data yet or filling it? So by this time you should have filled it, right? Okay, 30% players are women, so 60 women, 140 men. Half of women cricketers are equal to badminton women players. Half of women cricketers are 30, so 60, so half of it, that is 30. 30 is badminton women players, so that means badminton men players will be 80. Okay, 10% of hockey players are equal to women tennis players, so hockey players 220, right? 10% of that is 22. Okay, 22 women tennis players. So how many men tennis players? 58. Okay, right? So that we will get. Okay, now what we are given that hockey and baseball players have equal numbers of women players. So count this total, that you will get as 82 plus 30, 112, right? So these are equal. Let us say x and x. So 112 plus 2x is 200. So x will be equal to 44, right? So this you will get as 44 and 44 here. Is it clear? So you will get these two values as 44. Okay. Okay. So now what we have is, now we just have to find the number of men. So if you subtract, you will get 176 and you will get 146. Are you getting these values? Did you get these values? Anyone who solved this? So if you are unable to solve it by this time, that means that you need a lot of practice, right? And this is not something wherein you need to learn some formula or something, right? So DI is like in quant, I can understand you should know the formula and all. It is just basic calculation, right? That you need to have this speed, right, in order to do, like if you have to maximize your score in this section. Okay, so you need some bit of more practice so that you get up with this speed thing. Okay, all right, so now the question is, what is the total number of men players in hockey, cricket and basketball? So hockey, cricket and baseball, sorry, not basketball, baseball. Okay, so that is that's 122, that is 322 plus 140, 462. So that will be your answer, option C. Yes, very good, Shubham, Lakshmi and Kajal, right? So you answered it correctly. 462 is the right answer. Okay, clear? So let's do the next question then. So this is this the table that you got? Everyone got the table at least? Okay, now these are passage based questions wherein uh, wherein if you draw the table, then you can answer these questions. So chart based, remember, you are not supposed to draw the table because you can read from the chart every time. But in these cases, you have to draw the table because you cannot read sentences again and answer the questions, right? So calculate the thing and mention it in a table. Okay. All right. So let us now move to the next question. The next question is, the number of women baseball players is what percent of the number of male hockey players? Right. So what is that irrelevant question? So it is simple, right? So the thing is that women baseball players is 44, 44 out of 176. That is one fourth, right? One fourth is 25%. Okay. What is the difference between the number of male baseball players and male badminton players? Male baseball and badminton players. So baseball players are 146 and badminton are 80. The difference will be 66. Okay. In which sports the women are the maximum and the men are the minimum respectively? Women are the maximum and men are the minimum. Women maximum in cricket, men minimum in tennis. So cricket and tennis. That is option D. Okay. So Vishal, please check the schedule of our channel, right? We have different sessions on different timings, right? So if you're subscribed to our channel, we have sessions on quant, we have session on reasoning, we will have sessions on verbal ability also. Please do check the timings. Okay, so different timings, different uh, like you just, if you're subscribed to our channel, you can see the list of upcoming sessions. Okay, so you can see those classes, right? So we do have classes for all examinations, right? So it is not only MHCT, so there will be some examination classes for CAT also, maybe for some other upcoming examination, SNAP, etc. So if you're subscribed to our channel, you can see the upcoming videos and get the list. Okay. Okay, so this was the answer to this. So let's move to the next one. What is the ratio of women hockey players and men badminton players? Okay, so Milind, every kind of work X is counted, right? There is nothing that this is not the type of work X counted. Whatever is the type of work X, every type of work X is counted. Okay. LRDI easy moderate. So Alamin, if which exam are you talking about, right? Because LRDI is a general term used in CAT, because only in CAT you will find LR and DI together. Otherwise, in most of the examinations, LR is a separate section, DI is a part of quant. Okay. Okay, so ratio of women hockey players and men badminton players. Women hockey 44 and men badminton is 80. So that is 11 ratio 20, option B. Okay, so this is the type of sets you can expect this thing, right? Okay, so this was another set. So if you enjoy these sessions, don't forget to like the sessions and share it with your friends who are preparing for the examination. You can recommend this series, right? Tell them that this is a platform where they can practice for the examination. See, you must be preparing on your own, right? Or whatever source you are preparing for. This is just for some sort of practice. Okay. MNCTC DI is generally easy to moderate, right? In LR, the type of puzzles are lengthy, so you get lengthy puzzles, and that's about the logical reasoning section. Okay, so this is the next question that we have. The pie chart shows the distribution of total bikes manufactured by 6 companies, and the bar graph shows the 3 types of engine bikes manufactured by these companies, right? So now total bikes manufactured are 18,000. Okay. Now 18,000 are total bikes, and out of these are different percentages within this. For example, let us say Hero, whatever the number of bikes are produced by Hero, 35% of them are, see, this is 35% are 110 cc. This is 35 to 60. What is the difference? 25. 25% are of 150 cc and 40% are of 180 cc. So this is the bifurcation within each company. So pie chart gives you company wise detail, and within each company how much of which category. For example, if you talk about TVS, so 60% of TVS are 110 cc, 60 to 90, 30% of 150 cc, and just 10% as 180 cc. Okay, so this is how you will have to. Okay. Okay, so what do you miss in that enthusiasm? So what you're missing, that enthusiasm. Okay, so that time I did not used to take too many classes, so maybe I was more energetic. Now I have the entire day taking classes, right? I take classes from afternoon, so probably I'm tired, right, after taking so many classes, right? I've already taken 4 or 5 classes today, every day. I mean, if I take in the night, so maybe because of that. So highest number bikes are produced of which category? So see, one thing is you calculate, right? One thing is that you calculate individually. See, I'll tell you how to calculate things, but you are not supposed to calculate. See, Hero is 15%. So 15% of 18,000, Hero will be 15% of 18,000, that will be 2,700, right? So if I calculate 110 cc, Hero mein 110 cc will be 2,700 ka 35%. Okay, so that will be 945. Okay, so in this you will have 150 cc as 25% of this. Okay, so that will be 675, and 40% is this. So this is how you will calculate individually, but that is not needed. Okay, so not needed to calculate all these things. Let us see if we can see from the graph and answer it. Okay, let us see from the graph and answer it. See, if you see this category, see, first of all, 150 cc very less in most of the cases. Okay, 150 cc is not the highest in most of the cases, right? So now among these two also, if you see, in many of the cases 110 cc bikes are the most prevalent, right? So in this, except in this you have high percentage of this, right? If you see, for 3 of the categories, 110 cc is the highest. In this it is very low. Now Honda has a high share, right? In Honda you have 45 is this and 40 is this. So 110cc is high in these two. Now it is 180cc is high in Yamaha and this category. But if you see this Royal Enfield, right? Royal Enfield, this is 50%, this is just 25%. So Royal Enfield, it is taking a good difference, right? In this also TVS also it is, although TVS is low, it is making some difference. In Honda also it is highest, okay? Maybe some difference in Hero. In Yamaha it is more, I can understand, but that will be compensated by TVS. And Bajaj also it is, Bajaj it is equal, right? Bajaj both are equal, okay? Yamaha it is more, right? So that will be compensated by these variations. So all in all, rough you can say that 110cc will be the highest. It is saying highest number, it is not asking you to count, right? So by just doing some rough calculations, you can estimate that this is going to be the highest. You do not have to calculate, but use some estimation, isn't it? You can estimate that this is the highest. Now thing people do is they start calculating the highest. So remember, whenever the questions are asked which has the highest, which has the lowest, try to figure out, can you estimate data from the graph? Generally those questions can be answered without even calculations, okay? So make sure that you read the graphs properly, okay? All right, it says 110cc Royal Enfield bikes are manufactured in two colors, black and white, in the ratio 3:5. Find the number of 110cc Royal Enfield white bikes manufactured. So you have to find how many 110cc white Royal Enfield bikes are manufactured. So basically you will have to keep calculating percentages one after the other. Okay, so calculate those percentage and uh, tell me what will be the value. So now this is a difficult kind of graph, right? Wherein double graphs are given. Okay, sometimes they give you double graphs. Those are difficult ones generally. So out of 3 DI sets, you will get one like this, wherein you will be given double graphs. So it could be pie chart plus bar graph plus bar graph, right? Bar plus line or something like that. Okay, so you've calculated the answer. See, it is, I mean, this is just simple calculation. So see this. So Royal Enfield, right? So first of all, Royal Enfield is, see, ignore decimals and zeros. Remember, whenever you have to calculate percentage based questions, ignore decimal and zero. 18,000, right? 24%, just write 1824. Okay. Then how much is, what is talking about? Royal Enfield and 110cc. Royal Enfield 110cc is 50%, right? So you can just write 5, right? Forget 0 also. Now it is 3:5, right? Black and white is 3:5. So you have to find white. So white will be 5 by 8 because 5 parts out of 8. So there are 8 parts out of 5 by 8, right? So do this simple calculation, right? So 3 times 5, 5, 25, right? 25 into 3, 75, 75 into 18, right? You will get 1350. Okay, that is 1350. All right. Next question. Which brand has the highest number of 150cc bikes manufactured? Highest number of 150cc bikes manufactured. Now, whenever they are asking highest number, right? You do not have to find the number. You have to tell which brand has the highest number. So you can just estimate the percentages from the graph. So see, if you look at this, what we are supposed to do is we just have to see the percentages. First of all, in this, see, Honda has high weight, Royal Enfield has high, right? So make sure that you see the percentages also. For Honda, it is 15% of this, right? Okay, Hero, it is 25% of this. Iska 25%, iska 15%. Okay. For TVS, although it is 30%, but 30% of 10%, right? This is 25%, 25% of 24%. Big number, right? Big number as compared to others, right? Yamaha and Bajaj, small values, right? Bajaj also there is 40%. Okay, 40% of this will be 5.6. Okay, and this will be 6. So Royal Enfield clearly is the winner in this. Okay, it is Royal Enfield. Okay, see, Bajaj has 40%, right? Although Bajaj has 40% in this, but see this, that their bikes are also, I mean, less, na, 14%. So 14% of 40%, that will be 5.6%, 5.6% of total. But this is 24% or 25%, which is 6% of total. Okay, do not calculate the numbers. People calculate the numbers and then, I mean, they get the answer, and that takes more time to do. Three brands have an equal number of 180cc bikes manufactured. What is the average number of bikes manufactured by these brands? So the logic that we applied in the previous question, using that logic, find those three brands. They have equal number of 180cc bikes manufactured, and you have to tell that what is the average number of bikes manufactured by these brands. One mistake that people do is they calculate all the values. See, if you calculate all the values, what will happen is, I mean, it will take time to calculate all the values, and all values might not be needed in the question. So only calculate those values which are relevant to the question. So how will we get the value in this? See, we have to find three brands. Okay, so this is 40%. 40% of 15 is 6. Okay, this is 40%. So obviously Honda will be more, right? So this cannot be equal. Okay, this is 10% of 10. This is less, right? No need to calculate. 25% of 24, right? 25% of 24. This is 25. That is 6%. Okay, so we got them luckily equal. Okay. Acha, this is 50% of 12. What is 50% of 12? 6. So these are the three brands, isn't it? These are the three brands that we get, right? Yamaha, Royal Enfield and Hero. Now what it is saying? It is saying that what is the average number of bikes manufactured by these brands. Okay, so do not calculate the number. So remember, in pie charts, use this total value only in the final calculation. Do not use this value in intermediate calculation. I have to find average of these, right? So take average of these numbers first. 12, 15, 24, 36 plus 15, 51, average is 17%, right? 17% of 18,000. So 17 into 18, 3060. Okay, so that will be your answer. Okay, so remember one thing in pie chart is always use the total value in the final calculation. Do not use in intermediate calculation. Okay, so that will be your answer to this question. Okay, what is the ratio of number of 150cc bikes manufactured by TVS and Yamaha? That's an easy question. Last step, see, we know that these are the three brands, right, for which we had to find the average number of vehicles. So why do you find each and every value individually? Just this is 12%, this is 24%, this is 15%. What is this total? This total is 51% of these bikes. So just take average of this. That means their average number of bikes is 17%. So find 17% of this. Why do you calculate individual number and then take average? Okay, so that is what is meant. Use this thing in the end. And if it's a ratio based question, that's super easy, right? TVS and Yamaha. Okay, TVS is how much? 10. Yamaha is 12. Up TVS ka how much is 150cc? TVS is this 150cc is 60 to 90, 30%. How much is for Yamaha? Yamaha it is 35 to 50, right? 15%. That is 5 by 3. So that is your answer. So ratio based questions are the easiest ones, isn't it? Okay. If the total bike production increased by 25% and the distribution of bikes remains same, what is the number of 110cc bikes manufactured? 110cc Bajaj bikes manufactured. So how much will you get? See this question also again use do not calculate the initial value, right? Let us directly calculate the value. Okay. So we are talking about 110cc Bajaj bikes manufactured. Okay. Bajaj bikes was 14%. So 18 ka 14 into, right, Bajaj bikes of 110cc was 30% into 3, right? Now it has increased by 25%, right? Increase by 25% means 125%. 125%, see, you should know some fractions. That will be 5 by 4, right? Just do 5 by 4. Okay. Then what do you get? This is 9, this is 7. Okay, 63 into 15, you should get 945. Okay, so whenever you do some calculations, ignore zero and decimal, right? Suppose you got the answer as 9450 also, mark this as the answer, right? 18, 14, right? I mean, no need to write zeros, because the more zeros you write, right, the more time it takes to write also, right? So just focus on the digits. Okay, so you will get this answer. Okay, all right. So these are our mentors at Gradeup who teach you for these examinations. Okay, and I'm sure you must have seen their classes on YouTube and Gradeup app. Okay, so if you enjoyed today's session or all the videos, please do like the session. Don't forget to like it and do share it with your friends. Okay, and do subscribe to our channel for more videos on MBA preparation. Okay. All right, so that's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed today's sets, right? We will have more sessions coming up for CET, so stay tuned with us, right? So we have sessions on each section. So if you are subscribed to our channel, you can view those sessions, okay? And that's it for today's class. Have a great night. Goodbye.